This guy is absolutely phenomenal in the events as well too. Having the shared damage makes it so that you can evenly distribute the damage to the enemies and then Hey, thanks so much for checking out the channel. If you're curious about any other hero in Empires and Puzzles, you can view my website at anchorgame.com. There you will find I've graded every single hero with a calibrated team of graders. This resource will always be free. Thinking about supporting the hero grades and the breakdown videos? You're welcome to donate. Otherwise, feel free to share this resource with a friend. I have my exclusive line group called Anchor Cove, where you gain access to myself and tons of other experienced players with on-demand information and resources. If that piques your interest, all that information is on the opening page of my website with a short video. Let me dive into today's hero breakdown. Let's kick off these 4-star hero breakdowns with a bang. Very first 4-star hero breakdown. Thanks so much for joining us. We're breaking down Wilbur, the little island man. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. It is a free massive turn-based dark fantasy RPG. To try this game out, all you gotta do, go to the video description, click on the special links. You'll receive 100,000 silver and 1 free champion, Accolade. All your treasure, it's waiting for you right over here and only available for new players in the next 30 days. He's got 605 on his attack, 690 on his defense, and 1143 on his health. Statistically, the attack power, not that great. For a 4-star defensively, his defense is pretty good. His health total, not that great. He's serviceable. He is running at average speed. He is also part of the Atlantis heroes, which means he gives you a bonus. Between 2, 3, 4, 5 heroes, you get anywhere between 3%, 6%, 10%, 15% attack. As far as his hero special abilities, all allies share received damage with each other for 4 turns. All enemies share received damage with each other for 4 turns. All allies get plus 63% defense for 4 turns. All enemies get minus 44% defense for 4 turns. I really love this hero, and I actually thought that they would potentially nerf this hero. I remember when Wilbur was first spoiled, I was like, wow, this hero is really incredible, especially being at 4-star. Could very easily be a 5-star hero and still do substantially well. He's actually really amazing. What I think Small Giant tried to do was have a negative effect, being that all enemies receive shared damage with each other for 4 turns. I think that was supposed to be a negative, and I know some people look at that hero ability and think, I don't like that because I want to make sure I kill it. The amazing thing about this hero is it is giving you plus 63% defense, and it's giving everybody minus 44% defense for 4 turns. So where your sniper may deal damage enough to kill 1 hero, when you set it up this way, you can just literally obliterate them. This guy is absolutely phenomenal in the events as well too. Having the shared damage makes it so that you can evenly distribute the damage to the enemies and then potentially use items such as an axe or a dragon bomb. Because you've dealt the damage evenly throughout, it makes it so that they all die and you spend less items on events. So he's really, really cool. I remember when he first came out, was definitely helpful for sure and made things a lot easier. Me and Zero talked about it. Is this like an auto include into it? And we used him quite a bit. I know I did really well with him. So he's a really amazing hero, probably easily my favorite 4-star hero. So let's break him down. He is part of the monk class hero, which honestly, he is a very good contender for getting your emblems, especially now at this point to where maybe you've used these on your defensive heroes. Probably you guys are going to comment and let me know, hey, I put my emblems on Wilbur immediately. He was actually, I remember when they first released the emblem talents, it was a very difficult time because Monk was heavily stacked. You have a bunch of Titan heroes, such as like Wukong and Wilbur, and then you also had like Drake Fong and June that were all running and using these Monk emblems. And people were wondering, like, which one do I use it on? I think Tarlac also has monk emblems as well too. So it was really quite difficult to pick which hero to use. And I think I know probably some people more in the intermediate, they probably threw him on him, and he's probably an auto include in a lot of teams, especially for the intermediate players. So I might potentially throw my monk emblems on him now that I'm finished with my defense, maybe. When we look at a Titan, he is going to get an A+. I used this hero for a long time until they released some heroes that were more elemental defensive down, were more regular defensive down in specific colors. The reason why I really love this hero was having the shared damage as well as getting the 63% defense, all while also giving them minus 44% defense for 4 turns. Against a Titan, that's really important because it helps keep your guys alive. If you don't have Wilbur leveled up, I promise you, you're going to love him once you do level him up, especially if you're in the intermediate range and you need to use maybe some of the 4-star heroes. What's amazing is this hero fits into your regular defensive down and could be potentially used on all Titans. I used him quite a bit in the past, but like I said, I shifted over a bit, and there could definitely be an argument to use him. The only issue is that he's red, so when you're looking at color stacking and stuff like that, it definitely doesn't give you the highest amount of scores, but you are thriving on the fact of your guys staying alive. So he is going to get an A+, just because he's one of the most versatile, and this includes 5-star, heroes on Titans because of him giving a defensive down. Not only is it that it's 44% defense, but it's for 4 turns. Really, really amazing on Titans. I mean, it seems pretty self-evident, but hopefully you guys understand that the defense and keeping your guys alive and everything like that is amazing on Titans. When we look at his offensive grade, I did shift this up. I think he was at an A. I did make him an A+, and the only reason why I made him, or I shouldn't say the only reason, but a big reason why I gave him the A+, is I think that this hero is still really usable for a lot of people's teams, even at this point. Myself personally, I still use Wilbur on my war teams because of the ability to keep my guys alive, and then also just a ton of defense buff and defensive down for them. He's really, really awesome on offense. You can use him with a lot of different heroes. He pairs extremely well with the other 4-star hero Falcon, which gives elemental defensive down, so they do pair together. You can use them in conjunction together. So he's really amazing on offense. He's going to get an A+ grade. When we look at his defensive grade, though, that's when things start shifting a bit. Especially, you guys have to consider these grades are graded with 5 stars in mind. So when we look at his tank grade, he is going to get a B+. The only reason why we have them graded is because there's a lot of heroes that cross over that are still really good in 4 stars. This being one of them. So the crossover was very difficult when I made the hero grades because there were so many amazing heroes in 4-star, especially for the Titans. I looked at it. There's a lot of amazing 4-star Titan heroes, and they just outshine the 5 stars. So this is kind of why, and I'm explaining this as the first 4-star because they can still be used in conjunction together. So defensively, he's not the best hero. What does help is that they do have these emblems. So maybe I could see that you are potentially using Wilbur on your defense. If you are using Wilbur on your defense, I only really recommend putting him in as a tank. That's where he gets a B+, which is actually a really solid grade for 4 stars. But other than that, I'm not a huge fan of him in the flank or the wing. That's why he's got a C in both of those. So overall, defensively, he is going to get a B. Explaining all of it together, tank, he's amazing there because he's setting it up so everybody gets shared damage. He's also giving them minus defense, and then also having the defensive buff for your guys. So you could definitely deal a lot of damage with him as a tank when he goes off. The only issue is that he can be easily dispelled. So if you dispel him, then there's definitely that kind of awkward moment where you're not really doing too much, but you still have the defensive down on your guys, so that does factor into things. Defensively, he's going to get an overall grade of a B, just because he's not really that solid in other parts. When we look at his weekly raid grade, he is going to shine a lot. So now when I'm doing these weekly raid grades, I'm just comparing them to 4 stars for weekly raid grade. The reason being is that usually if you're using 4 stars in weekly raid, you're confined to only using 4-star heroes. So that's why these are kind of the weekly raid grade is graded on its own scale with the 4 stars. So On rush attack, he is going to get an A+. I mean, obviously now very fast setting up, so all enemies get -44 defense, and you get a whole bunch of defense up for you. It's just annoying and amazing. So amazing on the very fast, especially if you're slacking some heroes. But me personally, I definitely do use this hero as a 4-star. On buff, obviously an A+ grade there, because you're giving your heroes plus 63% defense, and that's quite substantial, and then you're giving them minus 44% defense, so it really kind of helps in your favor quite a bit, because what you can do is you can use the minus defense to counteract any positive defense that they are doing. So if they cast a hero special that gives them defense up, you use him, it negates that as well as gives them minus defense. So works really well. A+ grade there. On Bloody Battle, he's going to get another A+, essentially because you can heal your guys without healing, because you're having shared damage and you're giving yourself 63% defense. So it's a way to almost pseudo heal without healing. And then you're also pressuring the board by giving them minus 44% defense. He does get an overall grade of an A. Honestly, this is super close to an A+, but again, the overall grade is in comparison to even 5 stars. But I would say that this is probably the most important 4-star hero that they've ever released. Super important, can be moved all around, especially if you're in intermediate. You're gonna love this hero. So thanks so much for watching this content, for supporting me watching all the 5 stars so we can extend it out to the 4 stars. And then we're gonna continue, we're gonna go to the 3 stars after that. I'm gonna make a video for everybody. Thank you so much for watching my content. I really, really appreciate the support, and I'll see you on the next video.